very hectic morning in school this morning. A good morning, but very hectic. Trying to get an interview sorted, so that was fine. And then trying to get some school buildings opened up, which we've had guys working on for the last 6 months, and got those silly what do they call them? Snags. All those little tiny jobs. That's a job to get the builders to do, but we can't open the building until they're done. So I've been chasing those up. So feeling not stressed. Oh, there's a lady just fallen down. Hang on. That was great. There was a young guy that looked like life wasn't treating him so well, living on the streets a bit, but he was being magic looking after an old lady that had fallen down in the street. Bless his little socks. I was on the wrong side of the road and traffic everywhere, so I shall leave it in his capable hands. So there we go. I am looking forward to getting out into the natural world. I'm going to go and have a quick look. I've got dogs in the back. Poor old dogs have been sat here for 2 hours, but they got a barn that's coming up for sale by Morton Hampstead. 7 acres of land. So I'm going to have a look at that. Trying to find a bit of land to do a barn conversion, but Dartmoor National Park, normally Class Q. You know, it was built, I can't remember what it was now, 2004 I think, before something like that. But you have a permitted development rights to convert, so that's what I'm kind of looking for, but everybody else is as well. And then I was going to go up to Crazy-Well Pool. It's one of those, it's really easy to get to. It's into the moor a little bit, not much of a walk. And I thought, that'd be a great place, it'd be nice and cold. I've actually grown to enjoy the cold water. I'm actually not looking forward to the summer, and I am in a bit, because there's one of the things when the water gets warmer. Bramford Speke is the easiest one for me to get to locally, or Exeter Canal, I suppose, and both of those are great for longer swims. And so at the moment my swims are quite short, but in the summer when the water gets nice and warm, you can jump in at the swimming hole by the old railway bridge, and then swim all the way down past the beautiful beach that is the historical place for swimming at Bramford Speke, that's now been fenced off with some new owners, along the river past a horticultural unit, underneath a metal bridge, and then round to another swimming hole which they're also trying to fence off, but that one's a bit more difficult for them because there's a footpath that comes in at the back of the field, but they've fenced off the historic route that everybody used to walk. There's even a metal gate there that the villagers have used in times gone past, before it's the present landowner has decided they don't want people walking over it. But it's quite a nice swim. I don't know how long, it's not ridiculously long, half a mile maybe, and it's really nice. The dogs will swim it with me as well, and so Bramble and Willow, Poppy won't, but Bramble and Willow will swim the whole length out with me. And it's a little bit of a swoosh, you know, it's a bit of a current. It's not a strong current, but it's too cold to do that this time of year at the moment. Without a wetsuit, I don't like wearing wetsuits. So that one's out. And then it's the same with the canal in the summer. You jump up by the swing bridge in Exeter, and you can go and swim for as long as you want to swim, really. And it's a beautiful stretch of water to swim in the summer. So there are some good bits. And so, trouble with Crazy-Well Pool is there's loads of sheep up the moor, and I had got to a point where I could trust my dogs with sheep, but on the winter solstice 2 years ago, I decided at midnight I'd cycle up to Yes Tor, which feels like it should be the highest tor in Dartmoor. It's not, it almost is. Gosh, I'm cool now. But so I cycle up there for midnight and climb up the top of my bike, which was great. And I did that with the dogs, and then we're coming down, and we must have gone past the sheep. I didn't notice it, and the dogs, my little cocker spaniel, caught a glimpse of the sheep, and before she realised what it was, she started chasing it. And so she didn't damage the sheep or anything, and I did manage to call her back. But I've noticed that if I walk into a field and the sheep are calm, then the dogs are great. They're scared of the sheep, they'll come away. If we come around a corner not expecting to see some sheep, and the sheep are are startled and they run away, the hunt instinct kicks in before the instinct of I'm not allowed to chase sheep kicks in. And so I've not had problems with them chasing sheep, but I'm aware that I need to be careful and protect my dogs and protect the sheep. So Crazy Well Paul's not the best of ideas because I have to keep on a lead, and that's not much of a walk for them or me. So plan B is we're going to go to the weir at Chagford, which is the coldest pool I know on Dartmoor, and so that'll be really good. And I did a video a little while ago. I've swum there many times, but I usually come in from the footpath side. But there's a place you can come in from the village in Chagford and walk down. It's one of those permitted paths. There's not a right of way, but it's a very well used path for the villages of Chagford, and it comes out a lovely grass bank. It is spectacular. So that's going to be my swim today, after I've gone and had a look at this little plot of land, and that will allow me to defizz from my very hectic and busy morning, and slightly frustrating morning, because several people have let me down on little bits and pieces, so I'm trying to chase those up and get them finished off. I'll show you later on. Well, the barn and the land was amazing. Whether Dartmoor National Park will let you do anything with it, that is a different question. So I'll put it to me planning consultant and see what he thinks. But I am in much need of, although I've really enjoyed walking around the land. The sun is shining. There's snow up country, can't believe it. I would have liked some snow down here. Still would have gone for a swim. I'm looking forward to the swim. We're just really close now, just driving between Mortonhampstead and Chagford, and we'll walk down across the fields. The dogs, they're all being very quiet in the back, but they must be super enthusiastic to get out. And I know for sure Bramble will come for a swim with me. I reckon probably Willow will as well today. But if I go by myself, Willow, you'll usually come in with me. If I got somebody with me, then another adult that isn't swimming, then she's quite happy to sit on the side and watch me from afar. But if it's just me, she obviously considers it essential to look after me. Yeah, it's good. It's a good day. It's about to get better, fingers crossed. New housing estate, which wouldn't suggest that you're going anywhere very exciting. And there's no footpath sign, but there's a trodden path that leads us to our exciting venue. Keep the dogs on the lead until we see if there's any livestock in the field. Now we can hear some children down there. We're going over in the far corner. Can't see anybody going here. I'm looking at this farm across the valley. All the solar panels on the roof, which is rather nice. So I'm guessing maybe the smaller one has been turned into a home, maybe. I don't know. Funny thing, the video. This is actually the outflow from the sewage works at Chagford. Not quite as clear as I'd hope, but it's not bad. I find it a bit strange that you get these wild swimming forums, and they don't like to talk about water quality. It's only positive things. Well, I get the positive things, but actually looking after your safety and the quality of your water you're swimming in is actually key. And then, you know, people have to go and challenge water authorities and farmers and factories about the keeping our water courses, in a natural state. I was watching quite an interesting video. I sort of put myself off from it. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it came through the web to me, and it's about the dairy industry in New Zealand, and by all accounts there's a bit of a pickle. And I was brought up on a dairy farm here in Devon, and so I consider myself to be quite knowledgeable. Went to agricultural college for 3 years, and I'm sort of watching it, and there's nothing I particularly disagree with at the moment, but I was kind of shocked at the amount of pollution they've got in their rivers. It was on their North Island, and most of the rivers are considered to be dangerous to swim in, largely because of the either the effluent, the manure, the poo, if you like, from the cows, or where the cows have actually poached the edge of the river banks and damaged it that way, or you know, they burn a lot of their milk goes powdered milk, and so they burn a lot of coal to go and evaporate off the water. So you sort of think of New Zealand as being this pristine place, and I think maybe in the South Island that's the case. But anyhow, here you go, here's our swimming spot above where the sewage outfall is, even though the sewage outfall's not too bad. Crystal clear, and I know that it'll be lovely and cold. Super. Right, reset the stress meter. There's beautiful daffodils down here with poppy. Oh, poppy side. Oh, there you go. I said there are some lovely daffs. Just something about yellow daffodils in spring being really uplifting. So now we're going to walk ourselves back into Chagford. There's some excellent delis and sandwich shops and pubs that so I'm going to pick up a roll or a pasty or something for me lunch. Not had me lunch yet, even though it must be 4 o'clock, I think, something like that. Here we go, week 2, run 1. No, you get too excited trying to get out of the video. I thought you were starting to run. We're doing a 5-minute warm-up. There we go. We're doing a blog. We're doing it because of you. Dog's doing great. It's a second run today. Yeah, it's not too bad. Week 2, run 1. Ticking away, nice and easy. There you go. Week 2, week 1. No, week 2, run 1. There we go. Last week's was the just a 60-second run and a 90-second walk, nice and easy. And then this week is 90-second runs and a 2-minute walk with a 5-minute warm up. And then I'm not quite sure how many sessions or how many circuits of that, but a few. But, the dogs are still going. Bramble's not stopped. Hers is just a run.